Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of VALR to the World. This morning, I'm reporting to you from beautiful Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, which is, of course, the land of coffee, banh mi, of pho, and of crazy traffic. Now, what I want to talk about today is not so much the tariffs or any of these kind of controversial subjects in the economy, but rather I want to make the point that when it comes to the economy or money in general, it's really about relationships. It's about everyday life, and ultimately it's about people. And so in this video, what I hope to do is provide a little bit of insight into how people in an emerging market like Vietnam are responding to the economy and are responding to the markets and are kind of navigating these potentially challenging times, right? So yeah, bear with me as I show you around. Personally, I really love this city, and I thought it'd be nice if I share some of the experience with you. Alright, so when it comes to crypto, as some of you might know, for many years now, Chainalysis has ranked Vietnam as among the top countries in terms of crypto adoption. Now, that's not so much about it being a very forward-looking country or very futuristic in its outlook, right? It tells us much more about the local currency, the Vien Dong, about the state of banking in the country. And it's about its demographics, really, because Vietnam has a very young population, similar to a lot of countries across Africa, and very different from countries such as Japan or Korea. And so among the young, especially here in Asia, there's a strong gaming culture, and of course this comes to expression in speculative trading and the uptake of meme coins and stuff. But much more significant and meaningful, really, is the adoption of US dollar stablecoins. And so, especially in the urban areas, USDT is pretty prevalent and easily available. However, that's more for the larger amounts, right? So when it comes to the everyday kind of usage of US dollar, not so much for your transactions, but as a store of value, what people do, you can see over there, you see a lot of people lining up. So these little stores, especially here in District 1, that's where tourists go to sell their US dollar. And that's where local people come. So I'm not going to go too close, but they will line up and basically purchase US dollar as a store of value. And so when you come here as a tourist and you have $50 bills, that's great. But if you have $100 bills, that's even better, especially if they're still as good as new and you get a good rate. And for local people, it's great because they get to kind of maintain their value in contrast to the Vien Dong. Now, when you go to the villages, well, let's go into this market. Hold on. Now, when you go into the villages, of course, much more prevalent would be actually the uptake of gold. So there's a whole bunch of jewelry. Alright, there's a whole bunch of gold shops, where people can go to purchase gold, whether it's in the form of a ring or a little gold bar. US dollar is not very prevalent in the villages and the mountains. And a lot of people actually, especially the elderly, they might have some gold, but really what they do is just save up cash. They don't really trust the bank, so they keep cash in their homes, literally under the mattress or in a cupboard somewhere. That's of course not great, but so you see the adoption rate is highest in of course the cities, and it pretty much disappears in the mountains. So there's still a lot of work to do for crypto to penetrate the masses, I would say. But you can see the kind of underlying culture, right? It's definitely in search of quality stores of value, whether it's US dollar, gold, and there's definitely a distrust of the banking system. All right, now hold on. Let's see if we can get a coffee. How are you? Are you well? Okay. This is my electric bike. Electric, because the Kansat, okay, the police, no problem. Alright, let me go and sit up here. How are you? Can I have a coconut coffee? Yeah, no, for here, for here. Hold on. So, you know, some people would say that Vietnam is a communist country. I don't know what that means. I don't even think it's very relevant. Of course, it's communist. But people are, I would say, businesses thriving. People are very entrepreneurial. You know, they will either sell food by the side of the road, or I don't know, put up a parking lot like that. Or there are many, many cafes like this. Oh, thank you. Hold on, I pay you? Yeah, hold on. 55. Okay, wait a minute. I have to give you this. Okay. 10. Oh. So 55. That's like, let me think about it. I don't know. Maybe it's like $1.50 US. That's good, right, for a coffee? So there's a lot of cafes everywhere, and there's a lot of food stalls, and a lot of little shops, and it's not just catering to tourists. Actually, when you go into the neighborhood areas, you know, neighbors will also cater to one another, right? So there might be one of the neighbors sells cigarettes, another neighbor sells, you know, sandwiches. Another neighbor, you know, is responsible for distributing water in the neighborhood. So that's where you go to buy fresh water. Maybe another neighbor picks up the garbage in the neighborhood. And of course, everybody pays one another. So again, I don't know about the politics, and I don't know about the kind of ideological orientation. I think people here are very, there's a great collective mindset, which I think is helpful in a world full of polarization. And it's definitely friendly to business. So yeah, very interesting.